Guys, I won't lie to you. I am so excited for this new Premier League season, especially as a Manchester United fan. I mean, I guess United last season we got rid of Ruben Amorim, which I never thought was going to happen because I fully believed in his vision. Ruben Amorim was a great coach, but I don't think that his system worked in the Premier League. I always say that the three at the back is never going to work in the Premier League, and that's what we found out. We found out that Ruben Amorim unfortunately was unsuccessful at Manchester United, and as much as I wanted him to succeed, he just didn't. But Michael Carrick came in and he is now the manager. He is now fully committed to this vision, to this goal that Manchester United has. You know, one of my friends actually made fun of me the other day, speaking about how Manchester United isn't a big club anymore. And I couldn't even argue against that because that's absolutely true. You unfortunately have to face the reality that Manchester United is no longer a big club. We're no longer part of the big teams. We might have a historical background that says that, look, we're a big club. But what have we done over the last 10 to 13 years that suggests that we are a big club? A lot of people would say, oh, Tyler, you're just going over the top because, because of what we've been through recently. You don't even know how good Manchester United was back in the day. But that's back in the day. Are we a big club in 2026? Do we act as a big club in the transfer market? Do we act as a big club in the Champions League, in the Premier League? No. What have we done? What are we doing to suggest that we are a big club? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. We have to settle for whatever we can get. And yes, Yori Tillemans is an absolutely sensational midfielder. Is he the best in his position? No, not even close. But he is a very, very good player. And he could be a very key player for us this season. I don't have a problem with facing the realities of this world. Because previously, of times of old, we signed the likes of Paul Pogba, Alexis Sanchez, Angel Di Maria. And has those signings been good for us? We paid them very, very big wages, extremely overpriced wages. We paid a big transfer for them, big transfer amount for them, and they didn't ever live up to the expectation. So what's wrong with signing players like Yori Tillemans? What's wrong with finding good players and making them world class? A little bit of impatience from the fans. That's the thing. We are very impatient because we're Manchester United. We are impatient and we do not want to wait and we do not want to rebuild and take time to build that foundation and get back to the way we were. We don't have that time because we want success like that. But like anything in life, we know that everything takes time. If you want something good, if you want something to be absolutely sensational and world class, it needs to grow. It needs to gel. The players need to gel. The players need to get used to each other. The players need to understand each other. You need to buy players that match your system. You need to buy players that don't cost 100 million. You can buy 5 players of 100 million. They could all be worth it in the end. They could all gel perfectly in your team. But the problems of Manchester United is the fact that we expect a player like Paul Pogba to come in and solve all our problems. Is that what's going to actually help? Is that what's actually going to get us back to English football? The top of English football? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Not one player in this world. We could sign the best player right now in the world, Lamine Yamal, and he won't bring Manchester United to the top of English football. He won't bring us to winning the Champions League. That's just the sad reality of the story. And I think that a lot of us Manchester United fans are poisoned with the idea that we are still a big club, when we are simply not. So we have to humble ourselves. We have to understand that we are no longer Manchester United of old. We need to rebuild the right way. Take our time, sign the right players. Don't spend over 100 million on one player. Look at the transfer market. Look at prodigies. Look at players that actually have potential to become world class. Or maybe they could be world class already, but don't pay 150 million for a player. It's not going to solve anything. You need the foundation first. One player is not going to solve all your problems. Paul Pogba would never have solved Manchester United problems. All of Manchester United problems in the past. Angel Di Maria, Alexis Sanchez. There's so many other signings as well that I could name off the top of my head, and we overpaid for them. We did some madness with the wages and all those things. We didn't need to do that. But we wanted a quick fix. But unfortunately with United, it's a process. We need to be patient as fans. We need to be patient as Manchester United. We need to understand that we are no longer that team.